what is going to happen after 2020. Are home prices going to go up or down after 2020? Short answer, they're going to go down. Okay. The only question is how much are they going to go down and when are they going to start going down? Now, I'm going to also tell you another thing. And if you're a real estate agent, most of my subscribers are real estate agents. So if you're a real estate agent, my short answer to you is, does it matter? No, it does not matter to your success. Okay. Gary Keller said this way back 10 years ago when he wrote after the global financial crisis. He wrote a book called Shift, and the subtitle of the book was, "It's not about the market, it's about what you do." And that was true back then, and that is true today. If you know what to do in the real estate market, regardless of the real estate market, you can sell a lot of houses, help a lot of people, make a lot of money. You know, it's not like, is this a bad time to be in real estate? It's a great time to be a real estate agent if you know what to do. Why? Because number one, there are always going to be people who are motivated to sell their house and people who are motivated to buy a house. There's always going to be that. The key is you got to know where to find those opportunities. And I did a video recently on why now is the best time to be in real estate. And I talk about where the best real estate opportunities are right now in 2020 and beyond. And then learning how to connect learning how to find those people and learning how to connect with them and inspire them to hire you. That is what matters. And it does not matter what is happening in the economy or the housing market. If you know how to do that, you are going to be successful in real estate. Now, why it does matter for you is your ability to advise your clients and be able to give them good information and accurate information so that they can plan their moves and you're actually representing them well. The long-term factor that you have to keep in your mind, because you don't want to just make money this year. You don't want to just make money next year. You want to be making money 10 years from now. You don't want to be broke 5 years from now. You want to have a long-term perspective of what's going to happen in the economy, the housing market, and so forth. So I think the bigger factor is something that is not even being talked about right now for the most part. It's because it's not something that that is going to hit us immediately. And when you're in pain, what do you look at? You look at where you're hurting right now. You don't look at the problems that are coming. So the long-term factors is the U.S. dollar and financial system and the U.S. debt burden. And all of those things right now, our entire U.S. financial system is a disaster. It is a time bomb. And when you just look at the amount of government spending and government debt, the federal deficit, our national debt, it is growing at 20+% this year. I mean, it is just like we're talking adding trillions and trillions of dollars to that, and there's no money to pay for it. And the only thing is paying for it is fake dollars that are being printed by the feds. Well, now you're just pumping more dollars in the system. When you do that with a currency, which is called a fiat currency, which means there's no gold or silver backing up, it's just paper money, that over time you put more dollars in the system, it makes every dollar that's already in the system worth less. It buys less. So now you have the possibility of massive inflation in the future. Again, is that going to happen right away? No, not going to happen right away. But at some point, that kind of stuff happens. And all of a sudden you have the possibility of when other currencies and other governments internationally stop looking at the U.S. dollar, which is now the world reserve currency, if that ever collapses or you start having other monetary systems around the country collapsing, it could go really, really bad, really fast. To keep up with market changes and statistics and what's happening like that, there's all kinds of resources that you can go to, from NAR statistics to Keeping Current Matters to Zillow to Inman News, and on and on and on. However, for micro statistics, to know what's happening in your market, in your backyard, in your home, for your prospects, for your clients, for your people, you want to pay attention to the micro statistics. What is happening in your market? If somebody's thinking about selling, how is what's happening right now going to affect the sale of their house and how much their house is worth? How much can they expect to sell for? How long is it going to take? And so forth. That is a micro look. And the best source for that is your local MLS, your local multiple listing service. Now, there are different softwares like Brokermetrics and stuff where they can do more deep dive into it. But I'm going to share with you a very simple way that you every week can track what's happening in your market. And if you'll do this consistently, it will turn you into a market expert or the real estate economist in your city for all of your clients, your leads, your prospects, and so forth. So here's what you want to do. You want to update and keep track of 12 weekly statistics. Now, this is very, very important. One, you got to track the statistics weekly, every single week, not monthly, every single week. Why? Because things are changing fast right now. And when things are changing fast, if I track the statistics monthly, it takes 6 months to really get 6 data points so that I can see a trend. In 3 months, I only have 3 data points. But if I'm tracking it weekly, in 3 months, instead of having 3 data points, I have 12 data points. Okay, so I can watch a trend and I can see things happening more quickly than if I'm tracking it monthly. And you got to do it the same day every single week. So you want to do it like every Sunday afternoon or every Sunday night or every Monday or every Friday, whenever you want to do it. But consistency is the key here. You just put it in your calendar. Every week, I'm going to spend about 30 minutes to go through and pull these statistics. It will not take you that long once you get used to doing it. But it's important that you do it every week so that you're staying on top of what is actually happening. So this is a great consistent habit so that every week I'm staying on top of what's happening on the market. And every week as I put it in the spreadsheet, I'm seeing the trends. Are there more listings coming on the market now? Is inventory going up? If there's more listings coming on, but inventory is going down or staying the same, that means what's coming on is still selling. Average days on the market. I'm going to get to those. So let me get to the rest of the stats here. So next is your average days on the market. Next is your average list price. And then the next statistic is the average sale price, which means the actual price it's sold for. So average list price, average sales price. Then the next column is the list price to sell price ratio. List price to sell price ratio. Okay, where you take the list price divided by the sales price, right? And that gives you your list price to sell price ratio. And then how many price reductions happened in the last week? Now, this is a symbol of how people are thinking. Are they getting desperate? A home's not selling and they're getting frustrated, so they're reducing the price. How many price reductions did we have in the last week? And then the final one is how many weeks of inventory are there? And these are formulas in the spreadsheet that we'll have built in for you so that the list price sell price ratio, that's built in for you automatically in the spreadsheet that you're going to download for that free download. And the how many weeks inventory, that's also that formula will be built in. So when you put in the other data points, it will automatically calculate that for you so that you'll do it. And then at the very end of it, it is going to have the weekly, at the very end of the spreadsheet, it's going to have the weekly, year-to-date weekly average. You have to pay attention to the real economy. And the real economy is jobs. It is not the stock market. I've talked about this in previous videos. The stock market is completely detached from the real economy. You have the stock market bubble that is fed by the federal stimulus, and then you have the real economy. Now, there is still stimulus that is coming for us, for the average Americans, but it's not coming right now. And people are hurting, okay? And the question is it really what's it going to really stimulate? Is it still adding to the government debt, adding to our federal deficit, and all that stuff is happening? But the real economy is something you got to pay attention to all the time. Sellers and buyers, there are 3 factors that make sellers sell and buyers buy. Number 1 is income. What is the job situation? People that aren't working, they're not making house payments, they're not buying, they're losing their houses. If their income is down, if their income has dropped, which it is dropping across the country. If their income has dropped, not in every industry, but in a lot of industries, they're going to be buying smaller houses, they're not going to be buying, they're going to be waiting, they're going to be more conservative, and all of that. Consumer confidence is a big factor. And right now, you see consumers pretty confident. So what are they doing? They're buying and selling real estate. And then the other big factor is debt. What is happening? You got both national debt, but you also have individual debt. You have student debt. You have credit card debt. You have automobile debt. You have government debt. All of that stuff goes into play because it affects the cost of living and the cost of your past, which is what debt represents. Debt is you buying something and then paying for it in the future. You're paying for something when you make your car payment, you're paying for car miles you already drove, right? If you put your vacation on a credit card, you're actually then paying for that credit card every credit card payment you're making, you're paying for a vacation you already took. You're paying for food you already ate. Get your mind ready, your money ready, and your market strategy ready. So first, get your mind ready. How do you get your mind ready? Mindset, whenever this market starts to drop, and whether it's led by the stock market, whatever it is that causes a trigger that all of a sudden makes people freak out and home prices start to drop, inventory starts hitting the market. When the forbearances run out in the spring of 2021, the 12 months from the beginning of the pandemic, if all of a sudden there's a wave of inventory hit the market, all of a sudden something triggers a stock market panic or a sell-off. Those kind of things happen, and they happen for sometimes inexplicable reasons. People start freaking out. You got to be ready, and you got to keep your head in the game. You got to keep your head straight and know with your mindset that crisis always creates opportunity for those who are prepared. So be prepared mentally. Number two, you got to be prepared with your money. And that just simply means stay lean. You got to stay lean right now. You need to be stockpiling cash. You need to be selling houses is right and left so that you're making money and keeping money so that when the market shifts, you are financially secure. Emotionally, you're secure. Your family's not freaking out. You're not worried. And now you can look and go like, okay, where's the opportunity? And you're ready to take advantage of it. And then number three is your market strategy. Okay, what is your market strategy? What should it be right now? I'm going to tell you two things that your market strategy should consist of. Number one is only work with highly motivated clients. If it's a buyer, they better be ready to buy right now, and they better have a great job, great income, great credit, and money so that they can go in and buy a house and you're not wasting your time. Number two, only work with motivated sellers. And with motivated sellers, you go in and they got to be ready to move. They got to be realistic about pricing. And so only work with highly motivated clients. That's market strategy number one. Market strategy number two for you as a real estate agent is price your listings right. It is everything right now. Don't get sloppy. Associate. And that is you want to start associating and hanging out with other real estate investors. In other words, connect with some people who are already seasoned, experienced real estate investors and get in that association of people who understand cash flow, who understand financial freedom, who understand real estate, just the ways to create wealth with real estate. So how do you do that? Very, very simple. Join a local real estate investing meetup group. You can go to meetup.com. Go to meetup.com and join the biggest, best real estate investing group in your city that focuses on the main kind of real estate you're interested in. You'll have them that focus on single family homes. You'll have them that focus on rehabbers, fix and flippers. You'll have it investment groups that focus on multifamily, some maybe on commercial, on storage, maybe on mobile home parks, all kinds of different ways and avenues and niches of passive real estate investing. Find a good real estate investment meetup group in your market and start attending those meetings. Now, that is another way that you're going to be able to educate yourself because you're going to find out what people are doing in your local market. Okay, what are the opportunities? What are the, and who are the players? And associate with them and learn from them. Don't worry about competition. There is more than enough opportunity to go around, and it is a great way to associate with people, to learn. You will find over time, you're going to find details there, details about how to successfully invest in real estate. You're going to find deals there because you're going to have people that actually have deals that they will bring to those meetings, and you can find dollars there, which means it's actually a great source to find private money, people who have money that are interested in investing in real estate, and the relationships that you will build will help you fast track yourself on that path to creating wealth with real estate. Collaborate with other people that you can get rich with or help them get rich along the path. Now, part of that happens in associating with other real estate investors. But another part, if you are a real estate agent, as an agent is you can help your clients. You can help your personal circle, the people that you know, you can help them create wealth in their own life. You can change their life, giving them the dream of financial freedom, of passive cash flow, and you can help them also invest in real estate. So as you become an investor, as you learn how to do it, you can help other people do it as well and be successful as well. And understand, do not have a scarcity mindset that goes like, oh no, but if I do that, I don't want competition. There is so much opportunity out there, my friend, and that the way you create wealth is through collaboration, not through keeping all the eggs to yourself and go like, I'm not going to tell anybody else what my secrets are. There's going to always be more deals than you can personally handle. So when you collaborate, and here's how you do it right now. And we did this at our Agent Mastery Live 3-day training camp last week, our virtual training camp that we had recently, and it was crazy what happened. Is we just had all of our attendees send a text message to everybody in their personal circle, everybody in your sphere of influence, and just say, hey, there's a lot of great opportunities going to be coming in the next couple of years, 12 to 24 months for real estate investing. Have you ever thought about, or are you interested in possibly investing in real estate for cash flow? And they just sent that text message out to everybody. And they were getting, we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and actually thousands of responses from we had hundreds of agents sending out text messages like that, getting thousands of responses back from people going, yes, I'm interested. Yes, I'm interested. Yes, I'm interested. Now, does that mean you know what to do to help them right now? No, but it puts you on the fast track. Say, you know what? I got to get serious about educating myself and me knowing what I'm doing so that I can help others do that.